who do own property, that you know you'll either be live with your family or you're renting or whatever, you have the necessities and things, because when you pay your garbage outside there, you expect the garbage truck to come and take it, because they come and take it, it's costing. And you want to cost the government. Like if the minister to come and pick up your garbage from in front of your house. And it's burning tire on the road and all this sort of nonsense. People, don't let them fool all you know. One of the main thing of that is the beneficiary owner we start dealing with them. So the people who own properties but it's not on their name, know how to answer, because the people who the names have put it on must do a sort of on how they arrive at our apartment. Because you apply you on those things and then we'll be watching all that. If you're broken, how come you end up with that? Before 2010, you had no money in the bank. Right? 2021, you still have no money in the bank. But between 2010 and 2015, all of a sudden, your name showing up on a document saying that you own this luxurious house or a set of land all over the place. Where you get that money to buy that from? Like, all right, well, you have an authority and things will deal with you with that, because you're supposed to be filing taxes. And everybody who call in working for under $7,000 a month ain't paying no tax. And they are the ones who like to call about tax, but they ain't paying no damn tax, you know. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Sharon?
Yes, all right, yeah.
I
can't remember if I had one holding on.
You can see.
Yes, I have somebody holding on. Caller? Good morning.
Sharon?
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sharon.
Yes, Ina.
Right, morning, Bruce.
Morning.
Morning to all those who looked on, listeners and callers. Sharon,
Yes.
is one reason and one reason alone why some of them shot with ball into high heaven and want to push back on this taxation. Too many people thief land in this country. That is the whole long and short of it. They thief the land, they build a house, and some of them all the land that government give them for agriculture. They take it and build twin towers to rent. And they don't want to pay taxes, but they just want to show up on the people who they rent the place to every month and with receipt book in hand to collect the rent. That is the whole long and short of it. And then they the same people who just come out on the road, burn their tires and make noise and bawl in the government ears. Well, where they fix the drains dirty, they're cleaning. What the government doing? Minister works. All they want to ball and get on. How all they want that to be done? Where the small Twin Island state getting the kind of money from to upkeep it? Any developing country people must pay taxes. I know for me, I am happy to know that things are being put back in place so that I could know that and I could have documents in my hand to show I own property. You understand? I don't want, if I want to sell it to my children down the road, they hear somebody else own it. So I'm happy for what the government is trying to do. And people be reasonable. The dollars don't fall like manna from heaven, from the sky. Right? The government has to collect taxes so that it could run the country. And I'm going to repeat, any developing country, the citizens must pay taxes, whether big or small. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Zina. A healthy discussion going on Facebook here.
Watching it.
Yeah, Teresa's Conley. Good morning, Teresa. Morning, Shona. People talking, these people who don't want to pay taxes have 3 and 4 houses renting out, make them pay their taxes. I'm seeing here Sharon and Bruce, the property taxes once for the year. The same people who complaining that the Prime Minister, we have Carnival next year, finding the money, $5,000 to $10,000 to play mass, and they in all those inclusive feds. Mark my words, too nasty minded once a year is not much money. Look, I have Massachusetts on the line. Massachusetts, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Gorgeous. Mr.
Good
Bruce Lee, Titans. Oh, come on, lovely discussion this morning. Listen to intelligent people talk. These bandits, Titans. You know, regardless of what nation you go to, the number one employer is the government. And unless they have natural resources, unless they have big companies doing all kind of business, the money comes from taxes. If the government is your largest employer and the majority of the income comes from taxes, if you don't get enough taxes, does not mean to say that you're reducing the labor force. Does not mean to say that you can't have essential services provided. And as people keep saying, all of them people on the UNC, how much of them own property all over the place? And they're paying taxes, and then with them paying them taxes, it's gone. But the land that paying their salaries with the taxes collected by the government to pay them, to pay the taxes abroad, they don't want to pay it in sweet P&D. It's like a woman, a man. Yeah, his wife home. The wife doing everything for him. Be taking the money and getting the deputy.
Oh God, talk
and what the deputy get doing for him?
She ain't washing clothes, she ain't cooking food, she ain't doing nothing, just collecting the money.
You know, like a minister said, when I think it was the first year or the second year during after Sharon took over, some of these ministers here, they come in when they come to government, they had a pair of pants with a fob. Now, when you see them walking with military, with pocket here, pocket there, pocket all over the place, they came with a fob, you know. But now look at how much pocket they have. If that is not a true statement, I don't know what is. Government is number one provider of employment. Number one source is taxes. And if all you look how many people is called up and say, the people in TNM, in the TNM government have all this tax, like the finance minister and the attorney general, how much property they have, and well, all right, they ain't paying no taxes. If they own all of that, let them pay the tax sooner, and they are the people and them saying, put the tax in place. Thank you, gone.
Thank you so kindly, Massachusetts. Thank you very much. I'm reading on our YouTube channel. They're saying, what about those who are paying their property taxes in Holland and taking pounds? Woo! Hugh Bridgman. Excellent. And we have well said, they're still stealing land, they're encroaching on the sidewalk where possible. Mr. Romano, if you know how that irks me, because I am seeing people building up buildings and not following the guidelines. And I don't know what it is the building inspectors and these corporations are doing. I don't know what they're doing. I know in the Samuel Aventil area, regional corporation, they don't have a building inspector at this time. But I am telling you, I can show you pictures of someone who built a house almost on the street, and T&Tech put up current for these people. The person can stay from in the house, in the window, and touch the light pole. Then we have people running their water straight, the water running straight if you see all that, straight to the road. They run the water line straight out to the road, so all the nasty, filthy water running in the road. Then not even more to go further. They're putting up a fence, or they're going to put up a structure right on somebody's fence. I don't understand that. Right on somebody's fence. Look, I tell Oli, I kind of didn't want to talk this morning. Nakola, good morning.
Hello. Morning.
Morning, Miss Crosby.
Sharon, morning. Bruce, morning. Everybody else, morning. Yes, and I have a little piece to add to the collection, the filling out of the form to the taxes. I called the office because I did fill mine out last time, and they told me if anyone came to visit, I don't have to do it again. But if someone did not come, I have to do it over. When I got them, I told them about the number, my receipt, and the date I did it. Another person answered. They said, you have to still fill out the requirements if they didn't come to visit. So that part I want to add.
But did you get a receipt? Did you get a receipt from them?
Well, I have a receipt, and I called out the number and the date that I sent it in, and they told me if anyone did not come to visit the property, I have to do this exercise over.
Okay.
So you all could call the office and get that clarified.
Okay.
But it's the office who gave me that. There were some numbers on a form that I think, not a form that I got, and I got the numbers and I called. Okay, I have all the paper saying what they received from me and all like that. But no one came to visit my property. So she told me if no one came, I have to do it over. That's from the office. And I know of someone who wanted to pay for a piece of land cash, and when they refused them, who knows if that person still had the piece of land in their hand. Okay?
Thank you very much.
You hear me, Sharon?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Right. And Jenny, I heard you yesterday. Thanks for your correction. Okay then. All right, you all have a good day. Bye.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Crosby. I'm seeing here Kathleen K. Here in the UK, we pay property tax and in addition, television license. You hear me? Television license. Call me up, caller. Good morning. Yes, caller. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Please listen.
Hi, good morning, Sharon. Good morning, Bruce. Good morning to all the titans of democracy.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, this is the Punisher calling in here from Faizabad.
Yes, Mr. Punisher.
I just want to relate a little story about a man who lived on his property. His grandparents lived on the property. They paid their taxes prior to 2009 when they stopped it. They paid everything up to date. Everything was in order until one fateful morning, sometime between 2010 and 2015, some men showed up with police with a big truck and a bulldozer. And these men dressed in suits own a big business in San Fernando. And I'm giving you facts, own a big business in San Fernando, and the police ordered the people to come out of the house because this man has a document in his hand, fresh ink from the Red House, right, showing that this property belongs to him, and had to bulldoze the man property. When this gentleman came back from this, in fact, at the time, he was in the state of having a surgical procedure done on his eyes. When he came back home, had to go to court, and every time he appears in court, the court matter was heard already, and they had no time to listen to him. Eventually, he was run wrong, and these people have now own the property. If those of us who don't want to participate in submitting these return forms so that we can show that we own our own property, then somebody else is going to come and claim it from us, right? And everybody who's talking about this, only poor people that have mansions, poor people that have acres of land that they cannot account for. Poor people have the little one house, they have the little one piece of land, and their taxes they can more than well pay. I know that for a fact.
Caller, hold on and remember your last word. Some years ago, some time ago, you all recall me talking to a gentleman called Mustard Seed. And his sister came on the program to tell us about some acres of land that they own. I am not sure if it's in your area, Faizabad, or somewhere around that vicinity. And a particular gentleman was fighting them for the property, then started to encroach on the land, and then started to cut away and do all kind of thing. And she was going to the other court matter going on. Now, I am so happy that you called in to raise this issue, because I remember me, Sharon Felix, that's me here. got a call, now Superintendent Roger Alexander. I would never forget that.
Yeah.
I went to Maloney Street. And when I went there was a gentleman in a vehicle. Apparently, he tried to sell the property to a gentleman. The gentleman now, knowing the real owner of the property, called the person and said, but I didn't know you selling your land, and if you think, why you didn't tell me, because I'm interested in this, that, and the other. The man says, selling my property. So he apparently made a report. And he got in touch with the gentleman, telling him, look, I'm interested in the property. So the man came. When the man came, he was, he encountered the police being there and so on. So I went down to see what was going on. I posed as the secretary because here what he say. He said that the person who was dealing with the property and which lawyer he went to and so on. So I went like the lawyer's secretary. I said, but I can't remember seeing you there and so on and so on. On that document had a particular person that I know very well. I called that person till a week, but they never answered to tell them, go and clear your name if you know you're not in fraud with these people.
Right.
In the trunk of that vehicle, Mr. Gentleman, had copies of documents of persons' deeds all over Trinidad and Tobago.
You see?
When they started to question the gentleman, he couldn't say how he came by all that information there. That is one. Up where I live here. Now the sister already, she built now and she's waiting for just to amend some stuff because I was helping her with some stuff on the property with the drawings and so on. They just had to amend one or two things that Tongue and Country wanted amended. I remember one morning I going across somewhere, passing in the area, and see one set of people like on a side visit on the people property. So I come back down the road because one of the brother of one of the sister of the property. I said, look, people, what people doing up by all your land? Like they're doing a survey or they're selling the land? He said, selling the land? So I drive him up the road and he jump out and he start to curse and carry on to everybody leave. But my cousin was one of them in that. And I asked him, I said, what are you doing here? He said, girl, this man called for people to come and see the property to bid, to pay to buy for it. But you had to pay to get to bid. I said, what? So listen, you calling in this morning, I was so happy because I have been telling little stories here and some people must feel, well, I come to make mischief. No. I am happy that you're calling and explain that.
But Sharon is not only that example I have, you know.
Give us some.
Mariano Brown on another frequency spoke about his experience that he had with a property up in Cascade. And there was another man from somewhere up in the east, an old Indian man who was in his 70s, who, because he had his documents in place, got a very good lawyer to go before the court and prove that the property belonged to him. All this time, his family is now separated, broken up, wife gone her way, children gone their way, and left the old man because he had nothing. And at the end of it, he won the matter and had taken the state to court because the state facilitated, through the police, they facilitated this crooked man who came, destroyed his property, said it was his own, with a false deed in his hand. And this is what I'm trying to understand, why people in Trinidad and Tobago are not understanding what this transformational leader and Dr. Rowley and his team is trying to do for the people of Trinidad and Tobago in the line of us who are what we call the poor ones to secure our own property. Right? We need to get this thing up and running as fast as possible. There's also another example of someone that I know personally whose father and mother passed away, didn't transfer deed and stuff into their name, but when they were ready to get things done after they did the survey, the surveyor went into the Red House to find out exactly what's going on with the deed for the property, and then realized it was already transferred into the neighbor's name.
Oh, Lord Jesus Christ.
And now the individual has to now go and spend money to pay a lawyer to get deed of gift and transfer. And they were told that they need to now come and pay half of the legal fees to this attorney who is trying to correct things for them. Tell me if that is right in this country. And all these things popped up immediately after the Axi-Tax campaign, Sharon. After the Axi-Tax campaign. No tax, don't pay no tax, don't pay no tax. My sister who lives in the States is telling me that if you even have a water pipe burst in front of your house, when the state sends the machinery to fix it, you have to pay that bill. How much of us has paid that in Trinidad and Tobago here in Wasaba leak and water wasting on the road, and then they come and they fix it? How much of us be paid to be charged for that? We playing the fool in Trinidad and Tobago here. And I say, bring the revenue authority, bring the property tax, punish it out. I will listen of it.
Thank you so kind.
Sharon, we have to go to the break now.
All right. So, guys, we'll be back. Don't shift your dial. Interesting conversation this morning. We'll be right back.
Oh, good. Lo. The sisters. Let me catch my breath all here. Me playing mad in real life, I'm tired. Somebody say yeah. Georgia, I read energy, right? Only that way from the setup. Hold on. Hold in your stomach. I read Bellino. And just sing. Sing from your heart, ding dong. Just sing. From the age of 10, had my first girlfriend. I didn't have no paper well. She wanted ice cream from right from the bed. Later then, how much money you spend? It's too hard way again. She marking every cent. You see, I just too much girl in life. You see, I make too much of a choice. You see, I never be again. I just I hold it first. All them get this people. I hold it first. Low. All who play the due mark, let me see a trumpet sign.
What is Apex? It is the pinnacle of high-performance vision through a lens. It's clarity, no matter what angle you look at. It's comfort, no matter what you do all day, every day. And it's customized with every digital measurement your eyes require to see at their very best. Apex Digital Lenses by Value Optical, the ultimate lens design for your eyes. Value Optical, expert care for your eyes.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. Or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
Simpson's Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpson's Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families and honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, coffins and cremation trays, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Hey, you keeping safe? I hope so. I don't really know what will happen when everything will back up, but the line had to go on. But in the meantime, just come online with the live wire. I'm on the Street 919 FM every Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. Or you could check us out on the live on Facebook at the Street 919 FM or on YouTube at Street TV. Don't forget to share the live. That might just be as important as you keeping safe. So mask up, sanitize, tune in to the Street 919 FM, Lime on the Live Wire, Saturday afternoons, 5 to 8 p.m. Don't worry, I gonna be home in time for the curfew. Keep safe.
From the moment you first crossed eyes,
It's a girl.
to their very first bowl of cereal, open wide. Going into parenthood means nourishing your little one to reach their fullest potential. With Nestum Nature's Selections infant cereals, give 30% more whole grain with 15 vitamins and minerals, including iron, all with no added sugar. Nature's Selection. Give your baby the best. Nestum, from 6 months onwards.
Playing together, liming together, sharing together. Those moments will be ours again. At First Citizens, we believe that together we can get through these challenging times. Now, we are making it easier for you to get a loan that will help ease your burden. You can ask for longer repayment terms or consolidate your current loan payments into one affordable monthly installment. It's all meant to make it easier on you. Let us start the conversation today. Visit our website or email us at loans@firstcitizenstt.com. We're in this together. First Citizens, we put you first.
Yo, it's more mega, more chances, more money, more fun. With the mega bonus ball, win 35 to 1. Playway is giving you more mega for your money. Win 35 to 1 and win mega payouts daily. Now you can win 35 to 1 in every Playway Mega Mix draw if the mega bonus ball calls. That means even more chances to win when you play any of the mega mix options. Hey, it's more mega, more cash, more ways to win. Playway Mega Bonus Ball, unleash your winner within. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Julia, how our daughter bright so?
What you mean?
Kelly's so young and already talking about when she gets her first job, taking out a mortgage with TTMF at 2%.
She knows about 2%?
Yes, 2% with no down payment as a first-time homeowner and the lowest rate on the market. We would not have to dip into our savings to set her up. Where she get all these brains from?
Her mother, of course.
TTMF, from here to home.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes. Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I can buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowpeter Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 63 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny,
do you have $488 to lend, man?
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. Wednesdays, we deal with current affairs from a biblical perspective from 9 p.m. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of September 21st, 2021 stands at new positive cases 197, total active cases 4,003, total recovered patients 43,397. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present, 48,826. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
The Street 91.9 FM brings you today's tips to improve your financial literacy. Improving your financial literacy is a never-ending endeavor that needs to be prioritized. As you work on improving your financial literacy, it's important to continue your momentum. Here are your tips. Implement the 72-hour rule. The 72-hour rule is a game changer when it comes to savings and focusing on value spending. Before making any sort of impulse purchase, pause and take 72 hours to think it through. After 72 hours, you will likely have forgotten about making this purchase entirely. Also, you've just saved yourself a few dollars, maybe even a few hundreds by doing so. Over time, this rule can be the difference of thousands of dollars and can help you shift your spending habits to focusing on things that bring you value and align with your financial plan. That was your financial tip brought to you by the Street 91.9 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
So welcome back. Just a bit of information for you. Value Optical wishes to advise the public that all 13 branches will now be open full-time to provide expert eye care services to you. All our regular services are now available. For your safety, we continue to practice established health and safety protocols, and we recommend that you make an appointment for all testing services. Please call us at 225-4865 or toll-free 800-2020 for all inquiries on opening hours, eye testing availability, and how we can assist your eye care needs. Value Optical, caring for your eyes. For all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand, don't forget PowerMaster, Optima Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488. And it's all at Johnny Q, number 15, R. Peter Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 63-TOOLS. Grow your wealth to millions. The Lotto Plus jackpot is now an estimated $2.2 million. With $2.2 million, all your dreams will bear fruit. Pick out your very own dream home, plant seeds for the future, and invest or even grow your business idea from scratch. Plus, match 5 numbers and you can win $50,000. There's millions in cash to harvest, but only if you get your tickets now for Wednesday's today's estimated $2.2 million Lotto Plus jackpot draw. And remember, winners always play Lotto Plus. Residents of Lowlands, choose to get vaccinated. The COVID-19 vaccination caravan rolls into your community today, Wednesday, the 22nd of September, 2021, between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4:30 p.m. at the Gulf City Mall. Vaccines will be available for all persons 12 years and older. Doctors and nurses will also be there to chat with you. If you want to get your children back to the school classroom, you want to get back to working and liming, or return to the things you love, choose to get vaccinated. A message from the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development.
Yeah.
Sharon? May I hear you?
All right, here.
Nice.
That's the beauty about working home. I could get a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're back. And I love the conversation this morning. If you know how I love this conversation, because I'll tell you why I love the conversation. And the person's now logging on. This morning, we're talking about the property tax. So I would have read the article for you, and we went into taking calls, and people started giving their testimonies of a lot of things. But I'll tell you why I love the conversation this morning. It is because some years ago, a gentleman came to my mother's place about a piece of land in Tobago. Yeah? And you have to be so careful with people dealing with them where that is concerned. Because according to someone told me, land has disappeared. It's automatically fall off the radar, and bam, you just see. Because I know of somebody looking for a root deed, right? Can't find it nowhere. So it means that the property ain't exist for a long time. It just appear one day. You have to be careful, guys. You have to be careful. And that's why when I saw the article this morning, I said, we're dealing with that today. So I have a caller here. Let me take the call. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Miss Felix again.
Morning.
Morning, Sharon.
Morning to you.
And morning, Bruce. I know you're any good man. A cup of tea in him out. Sharon, how long we not paying property tax? Since 2000 and what?
2009.
So how long again they want to not pay it for? My friend Begonian people. Sharon, right in St. James here, they don't have a place for rent at $5,000 to $7,000. I'm asking you. It's my hometown. Sharon, my brother have a little annex. He living in Toronto. That rented for $3,000. And he had to leave it empty because when he come back home, he'll have nowhere to stay. They are funded. He have no problem paying property tax. Sharon, there's millionaires in St. James who own housing complex being rented out for $5,000 to $7,000 to $3,000 for years, over 15 years. They ain't paying no property tax. Who's that? I poor people are talking about millionaires, friends of people who I know, who I were friends of, inherit, right? So they mustn't pay no property. They're making millions of dollars, Bruce. Me and you inherit no property, Bruce, you inherit property. Me begrudge or envy nobody with parents who did well and invested, you know. But I am saying, you have to pay a pound of flesh, you're making money. You have place of our next businessman, lower down, St. James. All them businessmen who all this, in front of the store, the home is a business. All on the pavement, they have items, you have to fit through and squeeze, shoot apart. They mustn't pay no property tax. It's our owners who have little business places. You know what they do, Sharon? That swimming pool in the place. Sharon, you are one of them. That swimming pool, they put swimming pool in the place. Unknowing to the authorities, subsidize water, subsidize electricity. They must be making millions and millions of dollars. Because the culture in St. James is to drink and lime and Trinidad. They mustn't pay no property tax. Them is poor people. The children don't even walk through the business place because they're too good. They walk through the back, they jump in the car, they press the gate and they go on and they come back. You don't even see the children. All they're arguing for them. I am saying the nonsense has to stop. Them people getting the garbage pick up, the roads fixed, the this, the that, they throwing all the rubbish on the side of the road. And they don't want to pay. Right in Barbados, you have to pay. They're charging the water. There's a meter on the water. Jamaica, they entertain us people in electricity because it's not subsidized. Trinidad electricity is one of the cheapest in the Western Hemisphere. It's not in the Caribbean, in the Western Hemisphere, electricity. Right? I am saying it's an right time for the rich to stop hiding behind poor people like me, Sharon, and Bruce, and the majority of this country. Christian Mute, who's a 1%. Who's a 1% Chris Mute? Who would say is a 1 from the Lebanese community? He say enough is enough. Time for business people and the community society to start paying property tax. Sharon, I go and enjoy all your day. All the businessmen in St. James. All you make enough free money. Time to contribute back to the society and all you do use me as no mouthpiece. I gone.
Hard to swallow. Papayo. Well, people.
I have one here.
I want to pay my property tax. Go ahead.
Caller, good morning.
Hi, morning. Morning to you, Bruce. Morning to Sharon. Morning to our listeners. Just want to be part of the conversation this morning because,
good morning.
You know, it amazes me how, you know, I would have colleagues or friends in other countries because they want to speak from the narrative of being informed. So people, you know, they go to the US and they understand, you know, they go to Canada, especially UNC supporters. That's where they live. You know, and they'll go there and align themselves to what's required based on if it's the borough corporation there or whatever, and they pay the taxes everything. And then they have a force across here, including, imagine the mind of David Abdullah. And I keep saying for years, which poor people David Abdullah talking about? There's a friend of Nigeria told me, listen, there are two areas in Nigeria regarding the citizens, either you're rich or you're poor. In Trinidad, we have broken down into so much different strata, be it wealthy, rich, middle class, upper middle class, and we take care of the poor. And when I say we, because of the business area, people take care of the poor here. And I keep saying too, that the people that have us poor are the people who you join together as a woman and you decide that every year or year and a half she gets pregnant with 6 or 7 children and tell me they're poor. And government have to take care of those people. Are these the people really David Abdullah they're talking about? Because like the previous caller said, Sharon, I have met people who said, listen, they want to be associated with paying for their property. They want to be locked in. They feel safer because we are a corrupt society. And I'm not talking from politicians' perspective. I'm talking about the citizens here. We are real corrupt people, you know. David Abdullah said the form is cumbersome. But that same cumbersome form that came for the grant, people took their time and pull it out, get the $1,500 and spend it. But to pay the property tax, I got the form. The form, you can sit there, fill out the form, get guidance and go and pay. Not only that, government create rebates for poor people. Would not be, they encapsulate them in an area where you don't have to pay one time. You're talking about do it only for industrial. Why would you do that? The logistics associated with getting things done, do all one time, and then you could regulate when the payment could start. And that's why David Underlander are there with MSG, with just about 10 supporters. They don't make sense. And the media have to know who to go to really have us entertained or informed by those who have information in the public interest. They don't have it. So let me end. I am telling you that government has to be tough on this one. Ignore Kamala Prasad. Ignore David Abdullah. The only thing they will do is try to put it in the court. And people go follow those forms. I started my family. Every member that own a property, follow the blasted form, be associated with owning your property, and pay tax. Forget Kamala Prasad and they, because they, I've always said this, they don't care about Trinidad and Tobago. They don't care. And before I go to property tax, like one of the callers said, identifies big time. If you got money, you don't know where you get money from, with government monies, and you bought property, it brings you out. You're like a worm down there. It brings you out. Is that what David Deland is talking about? Morning, Sharon and Bruce. Take care.
Ah, boy. And we have some trolls on the Facebook. But as I continue to tell people, do not engage, because they continue to want to draw you into this bacchanal confusion and mayhem. Don't answer. But I saw one of them saying, this Natty Nat, man, who is he? He say, he talking about what? PNM thieving millions and billions, but all they're not talking. Where the PNM thieving the millions and billions, but Natty Nat, where you was all the time? Where you was when $40 million was being given to a contractor and had to be retracted? Where you was when the water program, where the $1 billion up to now we can't see the water program in the BTM? Where you was to talk about who thieving and who were thieving? Apparently your head was stuck up in somewhere that you need to pass a wind for it to come out. Because clearly, all you just play the fool sometimes. You wasn't nowhere there under between 2010 and 2015. You was out of exile. Look, let me tell all you this. I continue to tell all you. Let me answer them. Do not engage them. The exercise is to come on the Facebook and YouTube page to make you all go into an argument that will get out of control, and then bam, YouTube and Facebook cut us off. And if you all fall for that, then don't call me to ask me, darling, not seeing me. Don't call me and ask me.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm not seeing you and I'm getting buff. Somebody messed me, but Bruce, we're not seeing Sharon.
No, I was drinking a cup of tea. I didn't want everybody to see the tea running down my chin and whatever. I was feeling a little gas pain, so I said, let me go and get a hot cup of tea. That's the beauty about working from home. But let them continue. Because half of them who come in to talk all that rubbish about the property tax and tell you don't pay it. Sit down and check the history of these people. And you check and see how much property they have rent out all over the place. It's that they don't want to pay the property tax. And maybe, just maybe, some of the property have confusion. It's not on the name. Just maybe. This will unearth a lot of things, but do not engage these people. I told you to leave them alone. Leave them alone. We have both Munilal. You have Natty Nat. These people are trolls. Don't answer. Right. So we're taking your calls. We continue to take your calls. And in a short while, what's the time? 8:23. We have to go to our play. We pick of the day. Boy, them numbers. Bruce, you see me? Yesterday, Mr. Moranti gave us some number. You know that play? Aye. I'm running down three numbers there for the longest while. But that is nothing. But I want to hear when they're talking. When Kingsley calling to talk where he's talking, or they must call and debunk it and say it's not truth. Or they must call in and write up and tell me it's not truth. All the bacchanal going on and the mayhem. Call in. That's what I want you to do. Call and debunk it. Say that is not truth. You say not to pay not. You say that is what you're alluding to. You want to tell the listeners and the viewers on this station here, on the Facebook, you want to tell them don't pay the property tax. Whether you're living in Trinidad or you're living out of Trinidad. You want to tell them that, but all it is leave here and go to another man's country and adhere to all the rules and regulations. All you're paying tax before it's due. You're paying water thing before it's due. Heat before it's due. Look at here. In the UK, you have television license. You have to pay that. We have to pay that here. That will some all you want. To put some of them measures in place for all your tail. They should be telling you have to have a license and pay to be on Facebook and YouTube. Let me see what will happen. You so wouldn't come on at all because all you like is freeness. Mr. Chance, good morning.
Yes, man. This morning we giving them it up.
Yeah, man.
But you know something, Miss Felix and Bruce and Titan. You know, there's a lady who's telling us, and they're showing TV giving her all the prominence. Don't pay the property tax. But you know, that same lady was on a public platform saying, AV oil, Tiffin oil. You know what this is after that? AV oil is a settlement for AV oil. They're receiving $80 million.
TT dollars. Tell them.
Right? As a full and final payment for any damages caused that they suffered. You know why they suffered damage? Because somebody was loose and careless and wapsy with them out and go and talk out that tiding. So the taxpayers now, that's our money we have to pay now. So no pay no tax, but just give out money in expenditure. You see the property tax is revenue, you know, and it's that revenue we're using to spend for goods and services. But now we have to go down in the barrel and take out the tax money and pay the oil. And you know what? If you are getting a new contract, you know, to continue doing business. And in addition to that, all this matter with respect to the Gary Griffith and the PSC, you know who money's still jumping up in that? Is we have to pay. You see who we employ? Russell Martino and Deborah Peak, senior counsel, and that's only for one matter, you know, that's three of them. Some $1 million I think to spend it. That's going down in the taxpayers' money again. Couture and bacchanal. That's what I said. Anything involving couture, bacchanal, crookedness, exploitation, money laundering, thieving. One name you could call. UNC. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chance. Well, guys, it's 8:27 a.m. and I want to touch on this before we go to the Playway Pick of the Day. I want to
Sharon,
oh gosh, all right, Zina, go ahead, Zina.
No, I'll call back.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, because I was calling to touch on the issue, the same land issue. That is not happening in the countryside alone, way behind God back, you know. You see where I live in Sharon.
Mm-hmm.
In that area that was adjoining a factory, there was a lot of land left after the developer. It was enclosed, and that was a vacant piece that I believe was sold to somebody. I have to say believe, because the gentleman has a deed for it. And it was vacant, so the neighbors here were planting on it. He gave them permission. And then lo and behold, the adjoining piece that was owned by whoever in high society, they said that piece, we just see trees falling, tractor, they say that all that is part of their land. And when the people who were working on it called the owner, they came. Well, here were 2 deeds were produced. One new and one old. And the people lose all their crops. As a matter of fact, it had the neighbor who was planting on it, she got a stroke one time when she see all the property matched down, and she ended up dying the next week. Now I'm telling you, it's happening behind God's back. Sometimes right in your area, in big broad daylight, these things going on. So people only have to get real. Get real. In Barbados, you understand, when they pick up your garbage and all, you have to pay for that. We here want to pay for anything. Sharon, next day where I want to talk something when if all going into that, the countries who got certain vaccine, like they don't want people who get a certain kind to come there. I've seen it blowing up into our country, but the next day, I'm just hear about that.
Okay, my dear. Thank you so kindly, Zena. Well, guys, so we have about 10 minutes before we go to the play we pick of the day. So I'm saying, let me tell Tobagonians this. Don't let this pass you. Do not let this pass you again. So the man who take off the sandals and pelt it away, this time put on a boots. This time put on your boots. A 500 million first-class hotel and property development bearing the Marriott brand is to be constructed in Tobago in 2023 to boost significantly Tobago's struggling tourism sector. Estimated time of completion is 2025. Evolving Technologies and Enterprise Development Company Limited, ETEC, Chairman Imtiaz Ahmad made the announcement at a news conference on Tuesday at the Magdalena Grand Beach and Golf Resort Lowlands. He said the proposed development, which is being undertaken by Superior Hotels Limited, will be built at Rocky Point on approximately 28 acres of land on the western side of Crafton Road and south of Pleasant Prospect. Ahmad said the project is expected to provide jobs for 750 people during construction. On completion, the development will employ 250 people. It comprises a 200-room hotel, a 28 duplex residence, 11 single-family luxury villas, and 12 fully outfitted townhouses. The development will also contain facilities for scuba diving, jogging, cycling, local food, and craft, among other amenities. Ahmad said after an extensive evaluation of 5 months, a 5-man committee completed and submitted its report and recommendations to the cabinet, which approved them. The proposal submitted by Superior Hotels Limited, TT Limited, entails the development of an all-inclusive world-class resort with a Marriott brand. He said Superior Hotels Limited, which has vast experience in large-scale hotel and property management and development locally and abroad, is headed by Chairman and lead investigator John Aboud and includes George and Anthony Rahal and Richard Smith. Ahmad said ETEC must now issue a letter of offer to Superior Hotels for a 99-year lease of the land at Rocky Point. THA Chief Secretary Ansel Dennis told Tobagonians the development will not suffer the same fate as Sandals Resort International. Thank you, Jesus. It was only 5 years ago that we almost had a Sandals, but I want to give the people of Tobago the assurance that this time around, it will not be, just now, I can't deal with that now. It will not be about almost, for here, just now, oh God. Yeah. Just now, guys. Oh Lord, I've been distracted too much. Right, so we're going again. It was only 5 years ago that we almost had a Sandals. But I want to give the people of Tobago the assurance that this time around, it will not be almost, but we will have a Marriott hotel here in Tobago by 2025, he said. He said the hotel is just one of several investments expected to take place in Tobago within the next few years. This 500 million investment in the tourism sector is only part of what is expected to be millions of dollars in the tourism sector over the next few years. Because I want to say as well that this is only one of a possible. I would not want to call the amount, but there are other possibilities for hotel investment here in Tobago. Dennis said, a marina is also on the drawing board for the near future. Therefore, what you have is a situation where millions of dollars is being invested in the tourism sector in Tobago, both by the state and private developers coming on board as well. Because for this particular project, the entire 500 million is being invested by private individuals. He added, I think that signals that despite our challenges, all of us must admit that the tourism sector is possibly the greatest casualty of this pandemic. But I want to give all of us the assurance that the tourism sector will bounce back, and therefore we must continue to prepare for that. Dennis also urged Tobagonians to avoid bad-mouthing the project. All of us were around and saw what transpired with the Sandals project. And I am saying to the people of Tobago that we have a responsibility to ensure that this becomes a success. Ask questions, share your concerns if you have any. But I am saying that attempts to malign and derail this project should not be encouraged in the Tobago space. Therefore, I am saying to all the stakeholders, not just the politicians, even on the very young people relying on this sector for employment, you have a responsibility to support this project and investment such as these. Dennis said Tobago cannot build a robust tourism sector without such an investment. Trade Minister Paula Gopi-Schoon and Tourism Minister Randall Mitchell also spoke. Tobago, you have an opportunity again in your hand. Do not allow it to get away. I'm telling all you. Don't let nobody come to confuse all you and tell all you about, oh, them go bring this when they come and them. They have nothing to bring. Because as far as I'm concerned, everything they have is for themselves. Do not let this is 750 people being employed. And then we're going to see 250 Tobagonians being employed. Do not allow this to get away from you. Please. And I'm happy to see that Ansel Dennis, the Chief Secretary, is speaking on this and telling you, he assured you that it's not going to happen like Sanders, because let me tell you all, and you know I don't put water in my mouth to talk. I found that THS sat down the last time, headed by Kelvin Charles, and they said nothing. But when it's gone, then everybody sat to talk. You have the obligation and you have the authority to talk. It is for you, Tobago. So I'm happy that Ansel Dennis has taken up the mantle to tell you. He assures you that it's not going to happen like Sandals. The opportunity is yours. The opportunity is yours. Only thing all going to stop me. Watch and see if I change my residence to Tobago just now. All right. So it's 8:38 by you, Bruce?
Yes.
All right, and we're getting ready. We could take about 2 or 3 calls before we go to the play with Piccadilly. So call me up quickly, especially Tobagonians. What are your thoughts on Marriott? We have 2 minutes. Marriott's coming to Tobago. Let me hear all you. Call me. Tobagonians only. I want to hear both from you. Give me 2 to 3 calls quickly. 2 minutes. Let me see how they could do that. Mount St. George, Mrs. Crosby, Mrs. Rowley. Come on, guys. Mrs. Archer, all you call me. Let me hear your take. Crown Point, all of you all. Where are you all? Let me hear. Tell me.
Caller, good morning.
The hotel is just after Mount Irving going up, and you just walk on the stretch down Elephant. It has a beach there. There are beaches all around there. But anyhow, come back to your chat. I just want to take a little 2 seconds. I want people to know, long ago before the PNM came into government, Dr. Eric Williams, when you go to the hospital, when you come out, there is a bill coming to you to pay. Sometimes it will be a matter of cents or $1 and something. But all that was
Bruce,
taxes
we don't have much time. We're going into the...
Right?
Miss Crosby, call us back after the...
Right now, I
need to take a call here. Call us back, Mrs. Crosby, after the play with Piccadilly. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning, quickly.
Yes, Miss Sharon.
We're specifically speaking about the Marriott coming to Tobago.
The Marriott, yes, and I'm totally in agreement with it. And I know the PDP going to use it as a political whip. But these the Marriott going to be done by locals. It's not foreign like Sanders. So I only hope the people in Tobago is smart enough to know that we must go with this run and not the first one that the stupid leader went away from us. Let me give somebody else a chance.
How much more time we have, Bruce?
5 seconds.
Oh gosh, all right. So we have to go to the play. We pick of the day. I thought I could take 2 calls, but let's go.
Yo, it's more mega, more chances, more money, more fun. With the mega bonus ball, win 35 to 1. Play ways giving you more mega for your money. Win 35 to 1 and win mega payouts daily. Now you can win 35 to 1 in every Playway Mega Mix draw. If the mega bonus ball calls, that means even more chances to win when you play any of the mega mix options. Hey, it's more mega, more cash, more ways to win. Playway Mega Bonus Ball, unleash your window within. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
All right, so Trinidad and Tobago, we are here with the Play with Pick of the Day, our segment right here, telling you a player wages a minimum of $1 and the base wager for a payout of $26. The Mega Mix draw then takes place after the Playway draw and pays a higher price amount on the 3 options, the Mega Ball, Mega Ultra, and Mega Extreme. If drawn, the current Mega Ball mixes are as follows: Mega Ball, $80 to 1, Mega Ultra, $100 to 1, Mega Extreme, $125 to 1. There is a Mega Bonus Ball in each Mega Mix draw. Once you wager on the Mega Mix option and the Mega Bonus Ball is drawn for that option, you win a $35 to 1. Mega payout for that draw. There's no extra cost for the Mega Bonus Ball and base payout remains at 26 to 1. So remember, we're getting ready for the 10:30 a.m. draw this morning, and we're asking you to give us your numbers. Oh gosh, I ain't got my pen and thing. Lord.
Easy.
So you know I just have to eat right here. My pen and my paper. I just don't want to write. So people remember, we can do our YouTube, send your numbers, and on our Facebook you can send your numbers. I'm taking the YouTube, Bruce.
Okay.
So we're taking your numbers at this time.
All right. Well, I have a few on Facebook here. 36. 11. 5. 9. 14. 23. 5. 11.
They're getting on.
16.
But they're taking up all your numbers?
20.
But what is this?
21. And I have a call here.
Take it.
Caller, good morning.
21 and 28.
Nice.
And 22.
7, 30, 3, 5, 21.
21, 28,
and 30.
And 32.
21, 28, and 32.
Yes, and I have continuing on Facebook. I have 19, 21, 26, 17.
26, 17, Papa, yo.
Yes.
So I have on YouTube 14, 18, 26, 6, 7, 30, 3, and 5. Come on, guys, where you all call us up with your numbers: 3070930. 475-7426.
I have one here.
And of course, remember, you can give it to us on our YouTube and Facebook channels.
Yeah, Mr. Bruce Wayne and Sharon. My number is 6
Morning.
6 and 7?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Right.
I have 8, 23, 24, 25, and 33. Also, Rian George says 10 for the trolls.
Oh God, they don't say that now. Them thing that's playing.
Oh God, you understand?
I tell you. So come on, guys, call us up with your numbers this morning. Normally my whole paper does be full of numbers. What happened? All ain't playing today? What? 10:30 draw, you know. That's just now.
And?
So.
Come on,
if
guys.
you're not calling us, then I'll read out the numbers. Any more?
Just now I have 12. Hey, 1 and 9.
I seen it.
3.
1 and 9, right?
Right.
3.
11 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
And 28.
Yes.
Right.
Keep it coming, Facebookers. Where's Vernon Moranci? I ain't seen him send up nothing. Vincent Ochoro, blessed morning to you, my darling. Come on. I see Sean Wharton send me 14. Sean, you like money, eh? 21 for Gary. Oh, gosh, Lord, Father. Oh, Lord. Not me, huh? Don't put me in trouble. Let's go. Where are my numbers? Give me my numbers. Right, so I see it. Yeah, give me 23, 24, 25, and 33. Give me that?
Yeah.
You did?
Yes, I did.
All right, so I see Vince Ochoro saying 12. I'm going over on Facebook because, like, over by me, you know.
Uh-huh. Well, before you give the numbers for yesterday, yesterday's results, yesterday morning was 30 house cat with 2 white balls and a mega extreme ball played. Midday was 18 water boat with 3 white balls being played. In the afternoon was 35 big snake with the mega bonus ball playing twice with a white ball. And in the evening, 34 blind man with 2 mega bonus balls and a white ball being played. So that was yesterday's results.
Numbers coming in, boy, 4 and 18. Right. So, I think this is where we got to leave it now.
Yes, it is.
Or we still have a little something.
No,
Teresa, you're coming in time. Pauline Rogers hit. Right. So, guys, the numbers we got were 36, 11, 5, 9, 14, 23, 14, 18, 5, 11, 16, 20, 21, 26, 6, 7, 30, 35, 21, 32, 28, 19, 21, 26, 17, 6, 7, 8, 23, 24, 25, 35, 10, 12, 19, 12, 1, 9, 3, 11, 25, 28, 14, 21, 12, 29, 17, 18, 19, 21, 2 and 3, 5, 11, 16, 20, 21, 14, 4, 18, 30. I'm seeing 23, 7, 17, 25, 24, 14. Ha, Papa. And that is the way the thing will end. So, guys, I want to thank you so very much. I'm seeing more 21 and 14 coming up. But thank you so much for taking part in our Play with Pick of the Day. And, of course, tomorrow morning, it will be on at 8:40. So stay tuned for that. But later on today, you will hear from, I think it's Precious.
Yeah.
And the 1 o'clock, that's for the 1 o'clock draw. And then we have the 4 o'clock draw. It's going to be done by, I think it's going to be done by Aisha Wells. Both 4 and 7 o'clock, I hope so. So we have the 10:30 draw today. We have the 1 p.m. draw, 4 p.m. and then 7 p.m. So people go out and play your playway and make sure you get the pick of the day. And with your mega mix balls. That is it. Where we end our segment.
Yo, it's more mega, more chances, more money, more fun. With the mega bonus ball, win 35 to 1. Playway is giving you more mega for all your money. Win 35 to 1 and win mega payouts daily. Now you can win 35 to 1 in every Playway mega mix draw if the mega bonus ball calls. That means even more chances to win when you play any of the mega mix options. Hey, it's more mega, more cash, more ways to win. Playway mega bonus ball, unleash your winner within. Players must be 18 years and over. Please play responsibly.
Yes.
All right. So Trinidad and Tobago and all our foreign listeners, I want to thank you so much for tuning in this morning with us. And the discussion was one of importance for us to really have that discussion. I want to thank all the callers that made their comments and their contributions, even our viewers and listenership on the YouTube and Facebook. They had an excellent discussion going on. I am listening, talking to you all, but I'm reading all the comments. And I want to tell them thank you so much for tuning in to the Street 919 FM, especially on the morning Titans of Democracy, and making us, I am saying it, making us number one morning program. It ain't nobody could touch. I am telling you. Take it from me. The way we have structured our program, we touch at least, so we touch so many people and different classes of people. So we want to thank all of you for tuning in and listening. Mr. Chance, I want to thank you so much. Rowley Jr., my caller from St. James. I want to thank Zena, all the callers who call in, every single one of you. I can't remember some of the names, but all the callers who call in and contributed to, somebody say Hugh Bridgman saying 23 house, say property tax play 23. I might take that cup each today. I feel I might just take that cup each today. You know, but I want to thank all of you. So we still have about 4 minutes. Yeah?
Yeah.
We still have about 4 minutes, and I want to tell Tobago, do not let the opportunity run away from you all. I don't pay all your notice. I'll be coming to Tobago very often. I will be there very often. Trust me. Trust me. Let me take a call. Caller, good morning. What is that?
Sorry, dear.
Oh, God. So Grim Trace.
Hello.
Hello, so Grim Trace.
Sorry, dear.
Okay, dear.
Blessed morning, Miss Sharon, Felix. Bruce Wayne, sorry about that.
Morning.
I know how to get you so quick.
All right.
Because I know time short.
Yes.
Now, I have a helipad on my property. I ain't really want to pay no property tax, you know. Which part? I was planting tomato, baji, and all them places. Right now, I have apartment buildings. I really want to pay no tax, you know. Because I'm showing all you. Dr. Rowley, thank you very much for senating the Senate first to get the independent senators to vote with the government concerning the Trinidad and Tobago Revenue Authority. And people, according to many of the callers, sign up the form, and I think it might start from January.
Right too.
I think you wouldn't look to rush it anytime in this bill.
I think
until
they just
January you start paying it properly.
I think
Thank you
they
very
just
much.
want to collect the data and stuff and to put everything into perspective, and then they will start analyzing probably January. I think so. I really think so. But Trinidad and Tobago, again, do what is right, the right thing to do. Right. I know some people who build house in Gulf City and can't move in yet. I wonder who accepting the document and signing that. I await to see that. The word for today is light-hearted. I have a cheerful outlook and light-hearted spirit, like sunlight breaking through the clouds. Light-hearted moments break through any boredom or tension. I may be feeling to bring a lit to my day. My cheerful outlook amplifies my appreciation of blessings, large and small. I notice wonders of happiness, beauty, and insight that build in my memories throughout the day. It may be hearing my favorite song, seeing a beautiful bird in the flight, or sharing a delicious meal with family and friends. The tone of my day reflects my inner world. I commit to light-hearted living and hold fast to my faith that God is expressing through me and everyone. I encounter beauty, grace, and ease everywhere I go, with ever-deepening trust. I am free to smile, laugh, and enjoy being light-hearted. A glad heart makes a cheerful countenance. Proverbs 15:13. Trinidad and Tobago. We still have a minute?
Less than.
Right. God have it good now. So we have 1 minute before we leave. And again, I want to tell Tobago, please, Tobago, please, I'm begging you. But I'm also asking Chief Secretary Dennis to make sure that the Marriott does not get the treatment that Sandals got. Please, and of course we have Minister Paula Gopi Skona. There's a picture with the article, we have Chief Secretary and Secretary of Tourism Ansel Dennis, Secretary from Right chats with Tourism Minister Randall Mitchell, Right, ETEC Chairman Imtiaz Ahmad, Left and Trade and Industry Minister Paula Gopi-Skoon at a press conference on Tuesday to announce a $500 million development project. Yeah? It's going to come your way in Tobago. So hold on to it tight. Don't let go. We're gone. With that, be safe. Practice the 3 W's. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. And watch your distance. Remember, Delta is in town. Not a plane. It's not a flight. It will kill you instantly. Go and get your vaccine. We're gone. Ciao.